मुक्तदिर राशिद साहब, सबसे पहले आपकी तरफ आता हूं। आप क्या समझते हैं कि इस पूरे मंजरनामे में ये जो वाकया हुआ, क्या इसे एक सियासी रहनुमा की हलाकत कहेंगे या फिर ये बांग्लादेश और इंडिया के दरमियान तनाजा जन्म लेने का एक नया बाब है?
थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी। ये जो हादी शूट किया किया उसको शूट किया ने जो शूटर था वो भी इंडिया में गया, ये इंफॉर्मेशन हम मिली।
हम्म।
लेकिन इंडिया अभी भी said they said that they would not allow their land to use any miscreant against Bangladesh. So the situation what we have right now is more manufactured than the reality,
हम्म।
and we are very sorry for the demise of nationalist leader, young nationalist leader, Sharif Usman Hadi. He was really a great soul for whom many youths now are demonstration going on in Dhaka. But at the when the situation is very turmoil and we are literally looking for his body to be returned to Dhaka, we have seen some miscreant far right group along with other carried out the similar attack that we have seen in the past in Pakistan when Imran Khan was arrested, and we have seen the military installation was targeted. Many properties, public properties were vandalized. So we have seen almost similar, not that amount, when the two major daily were targeted, which is always chaired by the Western friends of Bangladesh, that these are the independent newspaper and the owner is like the Dawn or the nation of Pakistan. So this is a black day for of course a black day for the journalism in Bangladesh. So we are also seeing the day moment we were preparing for the to express our mourn to the demise of nationalist leader.
ठीक राशिद साहब, जिस तरीके से शाहिद कियानी साहब बात कर रहे हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि क्या वजह बनी जो मुजाहिरीन ने एहतजाज किया एक अखबार के दफ्तर के बाहर और वहां पे महसूर हुए बहुत से सहाफ़ी। इसकी वजह क्या बनी? टारगेट उन्होंने इसे क्यों किया?
Oh, we have some certain information that which I can't make public because it's very sensitive. But that is not a good example for the relation of Bangladesh and Pakistan, because the element which are the behind the scene, they have the common enemy both in Bangladesh and the Pakistan. That's why I don't want to express in the public discourse.
ठीक।
But thing is, I am very much alarmed because the accusation they brought that these newspaper are somewhat linked to India, and that is why it is justified, and that is why it was torched and gutted to ashes. I don't think this is the reason or actual reason behind this. But the youth, we don't know. Nobody claimed that they are whom they are belong to, whom they are fighting for. They only say that we are the last.
अच्छा राशिद साहब, ये बताइएगा कि मौजूदा मंजरनामे में क्या एहतजाज जो है ये खत्म हो चुका है या अभी भी एहतजाज जारी है? और जिस तरीके से बताया गया कि वहां से सहाफियों को निकाला गया है, तो क्या तमाम सहाफी वहां से बाहिफाजत निकाले गए?
वो जर्नलिस्ट फ्रेंड जो था उधर, वो उसको रेस्क्यू करना पड़े. So they were rescued, but those who were not, many of them couldn't, rescued immediately. They had to go to rooftop, and they were rescued later after negotiating with the mobs. And the mobs are very, I mean, I would say very unique. They were so violent. We have seen that they were even broke the statue, not a statue, the corner that is meant for July 2024. So it is very alarming. Those people are very aggressive. They try to create a huge anarchy, and they also destroyed some cultural institute in Dhanmondi area. And we really worried about the future of Bangladesh's journalism, because this kind of chilling message will be very alarming. I definitely want to give you the example how Hadi used to perceive about the trade, because he always wanted to say that, look, if you want to if you believe that this newspaper is not in favor of you, try to build a newspaper that can counter Prathamalu, but don't destroy it. But we have seen they are claiming they are Hadi, they believe in Hadi, but they are doing exactly opposite to that.
ठीक, यानी हादी के नजरियात के बरक्स जो है वो इकदामात देखने में आए हैं। मेरा एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे ये है कि इतलात ये भी थी कि उस्मान हादी खुद इंतखाबात में खड़े होना चाहते थे, और इसके अलावा ख़बरें ये भी हैं कि उन्होंने सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर लिखा, अब हम तो देख नहीं सके वो, क्या ये दुरुस्त है कि उन्हें 40 मुख्तलिफ मकामी और बैनुल अक़वामी नंबर से कॉल आती रही, जान से मारने की धमकी मिलती रही, ख़ानदान को ज़दोकोब करने की धमकियाँ मिलती रही हैं उनको?
This is very common in Bangladesh, very, very common. Even the muggers, even the organized crime group, they buy Indian SIM. Sometimes they buy Malaysian SIM to call the rich people for extortion money and others, because it's the bordering, so you can get the SIM from them, and then you do that, and after this you can just destroy it. So it happens, very, very common thing, because we used to visit India, many people every year, more than 1.5 million people travel to India, and reciprocally there would be almost a similar number from the India. So SIM is not that issue, but yet there are several thousand of Awami League supporters and Hasina followers. They are in India with huge amount of money and resources, and they are doing lots of criminal activities from there. So that's a big concern, and India is somewhat looking at the scenario that okay, let's go, let it be. But we have this perception, but India should be more serious about that, because it gives a very wrong message to the people of Bangladesh that they are doing nothing whenever any suspects or criminal are running.
यानी बांग्लादेशी आवाम जो है ये 1.5 मिलियन के करीब हैं, भारत में सफ़र करते रहते हैं, और अवामी मुस्लिम लीग के जो लोग हैं ये क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज़ में भारत के अंदर, और ये कॉमन है कि वहाँ से मलाइशियन या बांग्लादेशी सिम्स के साथ कॉल करके और धमकियाँ दी जा सके। बहुत शुक्रिया।